something to fight for.
No to siemanko ludziska. Mamy kolejny odcinek. Ja tutaj miałem oczywiście wrócić do królewskiej siedziby, więc żeby nie marnować czasu, no wróciłem już i dopiero teraz nagrywamy. Także zobaczymy, czy dostanie nam się tutaj jeszcze opierdziel za to, co tam, za te podjęte decyzje. Mam nadzieję, że nie. Dobra, tu koronacja Halfdana, proszę. A to tego się nie spodziewałem, że tak już.
Moira, is Halfdan about?
Eivor, welcome. Halfdan has stepped outside with Baravit. They shouldn't be far.
Okej. O, jedzonko sobie zjemy. Tu będzie Halfdan. Majra sądzi, że Halfdan jest z Farawidem w pobliżu gdzieś tutaj siedziby. Dobra. No to co? Tu coś leżało, czy mi się wydawało? Dobra, weźmy kruka.
What do you see?
Tutaj gdzieś są, dobra. Co, w kiblu siedzi?
I struggle to be surprised.
I was caught off guard. I should not. The fog set in and I could not see the forest before me. Old friend. Long ago we stormed this sea of wagons under winter's blade.
Oni chyba są u góry, a nie w kiblu. Właśnie. Dobre. Myślałem, że on gdzieś tam w kiblu siedzi.
Come. Let's share the balm of all torment, the soothing liquid of chaos.
The ceremony hastens to start. Let's not keep the crowd waiting.
Eivor! Yes, let us go. To inscribe our names in history. No more pulling strings. This throne and its burdens are mine.
Okej. Czy tylko mi się wydaje, że nie pójdzie tak łatwo?
Go on, steady your balls. And ask her to shake asses with you. I've never danced with anyone before.
Co mam do niego podejść?
Have you had enough fun? My crowning must come soon.
I'll save some for later. Let's make a king of you.
To Eivor and the Raven clan of Mercia, our newest ally in blood and glory.
To Halfdan, king, I lift my horn and raise my brow to speak this praise. Crown spire, stout oak of Valkyries, spinner of battle wisdom. Long may you live and rule. Skull!
No. I co? I dopiął swego.
Moira, what is this metal? It's soft, like Roman pipes.
Ah, that's lead. A toxic metal.
And was it lead that drove the Romans mad? Can metal do this to a man?
Oh, God in heaven, yes. The Romans knew this well. And my poor mother, she drank from cups like these for so long. She...
You. All these years you gifted me poison. You gifted me madness.
Old friend, please. Your sickness has clouded your judgment.
This sickness was no accident. I trusted you.
Sheath your weapon, Farvid.
Eivor, make this man see sense. He's old, sick, and his mind is unclear.
Oh, shit! You want me dead, you lying shithog? I was a fool to not see it.
Treason must never go unpunished.
After all we did together, after all we won,
If any of my clan committed such a betrayal, I would rip his flesh from his bones.
you are not the warrior you used to be, old friend.
Co ja wciskam? Nie ten... A ja się dziwię, co tu się dzieje, jak ja nie to wciskam.
Traitor! Kill him! Feed him to the wolves!
At him. Is this how a leader should behave? Halfdan, come to your senses.
No, wstawaj. Zgubiłeś coś. No ale cwaniaczek. Gdzie ty jesteś? Co jest? Nie mogę... Aha, już został po łbie?
The end of our road.
Stand, you treasonous bastard! Stand and fight me!
Old friend, do you remember the days we raced our horses across the length of this land? You were always faster. You always won. Because I let you win, my army. So I will let you win one last time. We will meet once more in the corpse hole.
Auć. Dobrze, że żyje, bo myślałem, że ten kielich to będzie jakoś porządnie zatruty.
Halfdan, it's time I go. I'm leaving for Mercia, going home.
Then go with this. A sign of friendship. A bond between our clans and a symbol of the pain and suffering it took to win the peace.
I hope we were right about him.
No też mam taką nadzieję. No ale wszystko się na to zbiegało, także no, myślę, że tutaj nie ma miejsca na pomyłkę. Dobra, no to co, wracamy do domu. Dobrze mówię? Czy musimy poczekać, aż coś tu wyskoczy?
Now it seems the wind calls me back to Randvi.
No właśnie.
Let's tell her the good news.
Dobra. Tu jeszcze nie ma kowala. Ale oczywiście idziemy do sklepu najpierw. Wiadomo po co, już chyba. No i dobra, lecimy do randwi. A, trzeba będzie ucztę zrobić zaraz, bo już się bufy skończyły. A się przydadzą.
I entered Yorkshire to meet Halfdan Jarl, and I left a friend of Halfdan the king. We have an oath at last.
Good. Very good.
Dobra, a ten nasz tu wariat? No tu stoi.
I want to see the Alliance map.
Dobra, tutaj mamy co? 250, 220 i... O,
What transpires
no
in Gloucestershire?
jak już
You
kliknąłem
may
to...
have noticed that Gunnar has disappeared from his forge.
Właśnie, o.
He has traveled to Gloucestershire in search of a wife.
Wife.
He is in love.
When did this happen?
When doesn't this happen with our dear lovelorn blacksmith? But there is a bright side. He has asked you to join him
Join his search for a wife?
and see that he does not make a fool of himself. I believe he thinks that your presence would bolster his image.
Okej, to będzie dobre. Idziemy tam od razu.
All right, I'll be Gunnar's keeper, if only to bring him back in one piece.
Very generous of you. Make for the town of Gloucester. You will find him there.
Dobra, a ty co mi coś powiesz głupiego?
Ubbe Ragnarsson has come. He claims to have some business with you.
O. Co tam?
Ubbe Ragnarsson, you are a long way from Repton.
Do not make pleasant with me, Wolf-Kissed. I know what you did. Did you think you could keep it a secret forever?
I cannot say I know what you mean.
My brother, Ivar. You banished him to Helheim. Denied him a seat in Odin's hall.
You know what
No
he
jest
did.
taką mędą, to co?
The oaths he broke, the lies he spread.
He was my brother. And the king.
All this I know, but I do not regret what I did.
Speak no more, Eivor. Lies are all you know. I want this settled one-on-one, fist to fist. Come!
Serio? No jak na pięści? Ty co ty? Aż taki zły jesteś? Jakbyś był taki zły, to byś z toporem tu przyszedł, baranie.
Let us see how well a weasel fights.
This is your mistake to make. I will not hold back.
I will show you all the mercy you showed Ivar.
You would have done the same in my place, Ubbe.
How dare you say such a thing?
A, przynajmniej już wiem, jak tego się używa, dobra. I co, cwaniaku?
You did your brother justice by coming here, but you were beaten. I suggest you leave. There's no shame in it. Go, and mourn as you must.
Would you have denied me my reward, Eivor, had it come to it?
Never.
When we meet again, Eivor, may it be as friends.
It will be.
No i po co cała szopka? Trzeba było iść na kielicha, a w sumie teraz na kielicha, no tak to z reguły jest, nie? Najpierw po mordzie, potem na kielicha i wszystko gra. Dobra, odszukaj Gunnara. Jest tam, gdzie spotykają się rzeki, w zachodniej części miasta. Dobra, zrobimy sobie jeszcze ucztę, szybko. Dawać na chłańsko. Ciekawe czy... O, trochę inna grafika chyba, w sensie animacja. Chyba, że ta znowu wsadzi głowę do tego. Głowę do miodu. Nie, widzicie?
How are you?
Wrócił ten. Mąż wrócił, to już tak nie wsadza głowy do tego, już nie chleje tak z opamiętania. Dobra, nic tu nie ma, listu nie ma. No dobra, ty chcesz pogadać, widzę. Tylko się wstydzisz.
Basim, have you spoken with Sigurd lately?
We talk from time to time. Why?
Have you noticed any change in him? Any loss of happiness or feeling?
He appears to me more thoughtful, introspective.
Thoughtful. That seems an understatement. He speaks as if he hears the voices of the gods whispering in his ear.
We live in a strange time, Eivor. Among stranger people. Sigurd may be among the blessed. But who can say for certain?
Indeed.
Co ty się dziwisz, jak sam gadasz z Odynem, baranie? Ja nie wiem. Dobra, tam kupiłem... Aha, jak jedziemy do Gloucestershire, ja od razu sprawdzę coś, co mi się przyda. Ale to ja sobie, wiecie co, ja sobie to sprawdzę. Zaraz do was wrócę. Dobra, siemanko, jestem z powrotem. Wyjechaliśmy do tego Gloucestershire, jedziemy teraz tam na jakieś slumsy, że tak powiem. Gdzieś tutaj pewnie siedzi u swojej laski. Albo zagaduje niewiasty. Obnaża się pewnie gdzieś tutaj, pokazując bicepsy. Dobra. Tam jest, dobra. No, to za dzielnica.
Hey! Some kind of imbecile!
Spokojnie. Pan się nie nerwuje. Dobra, i tu jest? Dobrze go widzę? Nie.
There you are, Gunnar. And with a smile like I haven't seen in some time.
Bajerant.
Eivor, thought I smelt you on the wind.
Gunnar, with the speed you left home, I thought you've been carried off by Valkyries.
I have. This Valkyrie right here, Bridget, my own heart's root. Meet Eivor.
It takes a rare woman to nail down our Gunnar.
Lavendine da, with my Zigwili.
Co?
Good to meet you as well. How did you find a woman in these backwoods?
She came through the settlement selling runes, outshone every stone in her satchel. She offered me a trade, a rune for a brooch I was making. I got a better deal. But she loves the ugly little thing.
Have you a family, Bridget?
Naf mama dad carried Evan Gillid and Anon. Conan helped druise me.
Co?
Bridget
Mom and dad,
Power,
coś
the
tam?
last high priestess and elderman. They since passed on. But the current elderman looks out for her.
I should like to meet this alderman of yours, if our kinfolk are to be joined.
A union forged in love. Come, we go find him. Oh, and don't blame me if he's heard a tale or two about you. What about it, Bridge?
Dim jolch. You two bags of air sich o gwmpas Gillid. That Eivor gal clis llawn.
Right, no daylight to waste then.
Co, no jakby pierwsze słowo czy dwa mówi po angielsku, potem trochę po niemiecku.
So the elderman may have heard a tale or two about my exploits.
Not all from me. Your name will be on the lips of every skald for years to come.
And the merchants here are not unsettled by lurking Vikinger?
They come from all over to celebrate Samhain. Most are too busy with the festivities to pay us mind.
Samhain? Is that what these carved roots are for? This tradition?
Aye. Faces cut into lanterns to ward off evil spirits and guide children home.
They have a haunted look about them. Let us bring a few back.
Ja coś czuję, że to będzie dość zabawna sprawa. Tam ktoś, pamiętam, w komentarzach pisał a propos tego questa i teraz się zastanawiam, czy specjalnie, żeby zobaczyć, co to za jaja tu będą, czy to jest... czy o co chodzi.
There is the elder man. Kunan!
Okej.
A good leader, seeing to his people's needs. Let us join hands when his task is done.
Yeah. Then let's introduce you to Tevder.
Czy już to wszystkich zna?
Hans as clammy as a dead haddock, but his heart is in the right place. And he'll be elderman after Kunan. Tevder, this is Eivor, my chieftain.
Ah, yes. The way Gunnar speaks, I expected...
Me to ride in on a winged horse, cure the sick, the blind. His compliments are as blunt as his hammer.
Ah, more pagans crowding our table. Just lovely. Well, what brings you here?
Miło cię poznać, pewnie. Chyba ślub, nie?
I am here to hasten my friend's marriage and drink my weight in ale. If friendship comes afterwards, then all the better.
And what has Dane friendship done for Christian Mercia? Unseated godride kings for puppet rulers?
Nie no, bić go nie będziemy, nie? Bo nie będziemy robili przypału naszemu kowalowi. Spróbujmy z tym, no.
So-called puppet kings keep your lands safe and your bellies full. I ask no thanks, only hospitality.
Apples! Eivor, wait until you try the cider. You like cider, eh? Tevder? Cider?
You must be Eivor. Tevder, I see you've welcomed our honored guest. Come just in time for my last Samhain.
At your behest. We welcome all pagans set upon God's own Gloucester.
Tevder, as your harvest king, I demand that you remove the turnip from your arse and be merry.
Co za ludzie tu są w
So
ogóle?
you've come to meet the family before you whisk my Bridget away to her life as a smithy's bride.
We're honored to have her join the Raven clan, but your lush landscape will be hard to match.
I must give away girl and land in this misty season, but Gunnar is a good man, and he speaks tirelessly of you.
If you will excuse me, I have matters to attend to.
Ah, yes, the shrine. And with so many thieves and fangs on the path, a fellow may fall in God's service.
Kunon, I do not need a heathen escort.
Youth cut down in its prime, without even the memory of warm thighs and cider to sustain him in the afterlife.
Then, by my honor, I shall not rest until I return him to you safely. Aye, Tefter?
I see I am outmatched. Though a Dane joining in praise to Saint Kenhelm, God will weep.
My lady love calls, Eivor. Oh, if you'd like to join us later, we're going hoodening this eve.
Go, may you have a fire-forged friendship. Watch for fairies, fenfolk, and fiends. I have a hand fastening to oversee, an apprenticeship to officiate, and a pig to slaughter.
Well, shall we then?
W ogóle co za imię? Tevdrw, coś tam. Jakby ktoś przypadkowo głową w klawiaturę pierdzielnął.
Sour. Kunon humors these pagans too much. It is the first thing gone when I am Elderman. Fires and magic. Spirits in the air. Gloucestershire has strayed from God's light.
People need carousing, especially before the winter frost. The festival brings warmth and cheer.
God's light does not dim as the nights chill, but the winters are hard upon the children. Seeing them run around.
It lightens the heart. Are there priests in your lands? I've met a few, liked even fewer.
The profane has gone unchallenged here. I alone am the reformation. They are a flock in need of my shepherding.
And how will you lead this great renewal?
They will fill the church's pews, and we will thank him for all the gifts he brings. Not false idols of wood and clay.
And yet, are we not going to pray at the idol of another? Is this Saint Kenelm your god?
No, and we do not call him such. He is simply closer to the Lord's ear. Lo, in a mead of kine under a thorn, lieth poor Kenhelm, king-born. Is this land not beautiful, Eivor?
Aye.
Co to w ogóle się...
Look, the path is untouched by danger, so your company is not needed.
You are a kinder man than the mask you wear. But you won't be rid of me. I will keep my word to Kunan for your safe return.
Już?
I don't understand this Christian praying. I thank Odin while standing. Why get your knees dirty?
To humble ourselves before God. Besides, I've dirtied my knees doing worse.
That sounds like a tale I'd like to lend my ear to.
Please, Eivor, I must pray.
Should I watch or turn my back?
Oh, Lord, gift upon this lowly servant your greatest gift. Patience.
I will not have to interrupt your prayer to protect you, Tefter.
And yet you insist on doing so. What is it you are looking at? A hare?
Tefter, get to safety.
No.
Find somewhere to hide.
Where did they come from?
No chodź tu.
That was close.
No i co? Gałganie?
Eivor, thank you for saving my life.
It's good I was here to protect you. Maybe Kunan has the eyes of prophecy.
Splood, cloven-hoofed and sent by Lucifer himself. This land must be returned to God's grace.
Bies jest
More likely
kopytany.
the shrine is in their territory.
Lord, we thank thee for your protection.
Ty chyba biesa nie widziałeś.
Give me my moment's prayer, Eivor. I ask only this.
We should return to Gloucester. Unless you'd like to thank the little martyr here for tonight's feast.
I'm not a babe in the woods in need of constant guard. Go on without me.
I gave Kunan...
Yes, your word. And when I see him, I will say you protected me from being skewered upon those devil's tusks. Oh, and Eivor, I owe you a drink at least. Later, if you'd have one. Find me at the festivities.
No, spoko. Dobra, czyli co, mamy sobie iść. Jakieś dziwne to zadanie, no ale dobra. Takie w sensie trochę inne niż ostatnie wszystkie. Gdzie to jest? Tam to jest, gdzie ja jadę. No to co to za ekipa? Sklep na drzewie? Nie. O, świnki. O, przepraszam, że przeszkadzam. Dzień dobry.
Eivor, there you are.
Here I am.
So, what adventures did you find in my absence?
Escorted Tefter to the shrine of some Christian saint. Our paths were not peaceful. We were accosted by a group of boars.
Odd, but path now usually safe.
Od, czyli dziwne. Po jakiemu ona gada w ogóle?
But you saved his hide. I bet it was quite the sight. Two of you as a pair.
Ja się chyba muszę
I
napić,
need a
nie?
drink.
Bez kitu.
Try the cider. It's from last year's apple harvest.
I teraz się okaże, że napiję się i teraz będę rozumiał, co ona mówi. Pewnie tak będzie.
So, you invited me to a hoodening. What mischief is this?
Nigwiscal Anvil Sprudjan and Creatures of the Vale. Bag
Creature...
of treats.
Już trochę więcej.
Sister gives her glut to
Chyba,
other
albo
worldly
mi się wydaje.
visitors, and if you dress as one, you'll get that bounty yourself.
Freely given? Huh. I've only seen such a thing done at feasts.
Then we turn you into a beastie and have you roam the hills, praying for sweets and drink.
It's hardly a disguise, just a cloak and some bones.
Co to się dzieje?
Nonsense. You are the very spirit of the Mary Louved. Now, let's hoodin. Become the Mary Louved, the spirit who sings the cake and ale.
Co?
And you cannot have your cloak back until we leave.
I'll keep this covering, but even a knife to my throat cannot make me sing on command.
Shay,
Idź od drzwi do
I
drzwi.
heard your voice clear as a bell.
To taki ten, Halloween.
Gunnar, if no one else is dressed this way, I will fill your shop with sheep.
Co tu się dzieje?
Trick or treat.
What business have you? Oh, the Mary Louis. Right. We're doing cakes instead of beer this year.
Sour night and the moon is high. Mary Louis haunts my door.
To?
Give me sweets and candied treats, the kind I most adore.
Here then. Sweets for the Mary Louis. You've earned it.
Dobra, dzięki. Spleśniały ser.
The role of trickster spirit.
No
Can
pewnie.
trickster spirits see? The eye holes in this mask are terrible.
All it takes is a mask and some sweet cakes to turn you into a gentle skull.
I am not going to sing, Gunnar.
Co za zadanie?
Good.
Oh, thank the gods. We've been waiting for children all night to empty our stores so we can go to the party. Have some extra.
Okej, dzięki.
Lads getting into their cups, scaring the wee ones.
Kto szuka zwady? Kto chce bęcki dostać? Dobra, jeszcze tu.
Eivor, mighty warrior, knuckle of doors, victor of cakes. How does it feel to pillage what is freely given?
A worthy haul, and a tradition worth keeping up.
Dobry.
I have come to rhyme with you.
In the gloaming, see her roaming hidden neath the hood.
To its dwelling, face foretelling, it's the Mary Louis.
Well done.
Look at these cakes, sweet as honey, Gunnar.
Łakocie
You should
spleśniały
see
ser.
this. Gunnar,
Gdzie Gunnar?
my cakes.
Tu jest jakiś szwindel. O co tu chodzi?
Survey the area, Sunan.
Gdzie ten gałgan? Ty nie.
Gunnar! Oh, damn deserter.
O. Zostaw mi ziomka. Jestem Mary Louis, uciekaj stąd.
A stupid boy to speak to someone of the Raven clan this way.
Fitting name for scavengers. Winged rats taking what isn't yours.
I'll pick out your eyes and feed them to your god.
Gunnar, we are guests here. Let him go. We can hoodin more.
się
You
spodobały
seem to want your
słodkości.
nose broken, so let me oblige.
Christ, him tall.
Now you
Twardo głowy. No luzik, dam sobie radę.
You lot we should be burning alive.
Ty, kurde, zostaw mi zioma. Leżącego się nie
Are you
bije.
sure you don't want to stay in Gloucester?
They know how to have fun.
Ła. Dawać jeszcze ze dwóch. Ty, chodź. Buła.
Four spears. My leg!
Nie, to innego. Co, potnął się?
Enough! Keep your brawls to the other side of the river. There's children about.
Oho. Teraz za ucho i do kąta.
I don't answer to you, witch.
Thomas Fletcher, I brought you into this world, wiped your mother's birth blood from your face. Mind your tongue. Let's see that leg then.
It's nothing.
Careful with the old man. He's had many winters' worth of wounds.
Till Lucas. Modron's a gumpas to patch this land.
That man called you a witch.
I lead those who follow the old ways in Gloucestershire, but I offer my healing services on both sides of the river. Gwyneth, my love, go back to the house and bring me the garlic salt.
And the worms? Are we cleaning or cutting, Mother?
Yes, grab the worms just to be safe. Now go, child. I promise not to cut it off before your return.
Give me strength.
My mum Modron is known. I'm a humor towish Gudran.
I'm glad you're all finding my mortal injury so funny. Go, Eivor. Make Marion try to loosen Tevder's shoulders.
Modron, you don't have to save his leg. I will understand.
That limb will be fine, but no medicine in England will stop the dribble from his mouth. I do not work miracles.
Okej. Dobra, idziemy... Aha, to na drugą stronę. Się nachlać tamtym teraz drugim ziomem. Tak, tak, Stedwrem, dobra. Ciężko to w ogóle wymówić. Gdzie... Aha, to jest mój znacznik, to nie to. Ale przejdziemy, nie przejdziemy. Zniknie czy nie? Zniknął, gitara. Dobra, gdzie ty jesteś? Tam pewnie gdzieś u góry. Oho.
With bitter ale and sweet friends, that is a fine way to end the day.
Eivor, there you are.
Tefter.
You're well met. Gwilym here has challenged my honor in a contest of drinks.
Join us. The lad will be easy pickings.
Give me a cup.
Some ale, then.
One for me as well.
For shaveling of the Christ Lord, you have a lot of scars, Gwilym.
Not every tonsured man is a wet-eared Abbey, babe. I came to God after I had scarred my soul with sin.
To holy hearths and humid eyes, it is the best drunkenness returns a man to royal reason. Skull.
Okej, dobra. O Jezu, ile tego jest do wypicia?
Be kissing a flagstone soon. Rulemonger.
Dobra, połowa z drogi. O, nie to.
Got some on your boots.
Dobra. Kurde, prosta gierka, ale trzeba się naprawdę skupić. Dobra, ostatni, jedziemy. Dobra. Pijackie wyzwanie wygrywasz, jak to brzmi w ogóle. I idzie twardo, prosto, nie źle.
merriment feeds my soul. Here, another drink on me for allies new and old.
Of all the Eldermen I've met, you're the most unburdened. What is your secret?
None. It is well known. The burdens I carry will soon leave this world with me. So drink to my life and death.
Death?
I am to be sacrificed in the Wicker Man as king of the harvest. Like Elderman Simkin before me and all before him.
Horrible barbaric practice. A burnt offering after poor crops. They hope well-fed gods will smile upon them.
Okej. No dobra, no co?
Toast then. To Elderman Coonan, joyous and generous. Let each man show him loyalty until he suffers death.
My friends, you are kind to me. I'd like to toast my successor, Tevder. May he wear the horns head high.
Weak. What is this? Water? I feel like Thor chugging oceans. No effect to my head or step.
You heard the man. Give him something stronger.
This'll work faster than any tonic.
Good. Give me visions of all creatures that roam these hills, and the sorehead tomorrow to pay for it.
Wow, that tastes awful. It feels good, though. Eivor, speak true. My feelings be damned. I have been an ass. Do not
Ej, się
deny it.
zaczyna.
And I, for that, I am sorry.
A colossal horse's ass. Yes.
Soft words from a heartless heathen.
Only fiercer than fire among ill friends. I can be very as nice as a spring gale.
And how nice is that?
O Boże, no nie. No to.
Nice enough to tell you that you were wrong for the Elderman's seat.
Maybe you are correct. I wanted to be a cardinal. But the men who raised me said I'd serve God better as an alderman.
You are your own man, not theirs. The only ones you should be serving are your people. Tefter, with Gunnar and Bridget's marriage, our clans will unite. But we could join by oath as well.
Oh, yes. My first ally as alderman. I accept. We shall make an oath. How do we start?
Yeah, the greatest oath and the greatest union. To the oath!
The treaty!
Po pijaku jest najlepszy.
People are sleeping. More ale to seal our friendship? This way, this way.
Joko bomba, nie?
The black sow.
Sow? Like pig?
Flaming pig.
O, przepraszam.
Home at night.
Wpadnę do wiadra gdzieś.
Silly children.
You see magic as the stuff of children's dreams.
Perhaps
Wow.
I judge too much.
Ale
Truth
masakra.
I half believe. Foolishness sometimes takes my tongue. I have to piss.
A great blackness chases stars across the sky in great whirls of color and light. Whoosh!
Here we are. Right inside here.
Co tu się wyprawia w ogóle? Z każdym krokiem coraz bardziej nawalony, nie?
Tefder! Tefder! Halfdan! Where are you?
O Jezu. Ale przynajmniej szybko wstaje. Znalazł się. Jeszcze piją. Masakra. Co za ludzie. W ogóle wolno. I teraz kimono przez tydzień.
Hell's breath. What happened last night?
O.
And the effects of that draft still cling.
Czy ja dobrze widziałem? Krew na dłoniach.
Halfdan, are you here?
O, co tu się dzieje? Halo?
Tefter's bodyguard. Killed by knife.
No, grubo. Chwilę mnie nie było. Chyba, żeby zaskoczyło, że... Posłuszne owieczki, tak? Dobra, tutaj ktoś nożem dostał. Ale bomba jeszcze. Zagadki, wskazówki, co to? Dobra, ktoś tu dzbanem dostał.
Blood. Could be Tefter's, if he was the heavy thing being dragged.
Dobra, co jeszcze tu mamy? Nie ma tak na kacu rozwiązywać zagadki kryminalne. CSI, Valhalla.
Muddy footprints. Someone was hiding back here.
I będzie na mnie. No, co to?
Willem's pouch. I wonder if it still has a little something stronger. But why is it here? Better hold on to it. So, what does this lead to? The murderers hid here, lying in wait while we approached outside. They jumped from the shadows to kill the bodyguards. And to disable Tefter. Then they dragged him away. That accounts for everything. Except Gwillem's pouch of herbs. I'm still unbalanced by Gwillem's special something. Maybe Mother Modron will know the contents.
Dobra. I co, będzie na mnie, że ja coś zrobiłem?
There he is! What is the meaning of this? Blood soaking our soil, and your weapon coated in the same.
Kunin, please. More has happened here than you can see. Give me a right to parley my innocence.
I should have heeded Tevder's misgivings about heathen party guests, and now he has paid with his life. With Tevder gone, Gloucester will be without an elderman. Eye for an eye. Your Raven clan will lose their chieftain.
Ty, no tego się nie spodziewałem. Gruba impreza, widzicie? Nie warto pić z obcymi. No i musicie umierać niestety, ziomki, no. Odszukaj Modron, porozmawiaj z nią. Gdzie jest Modron? Szybko. Tam gdzieś. Lecimy tam. Zostaw mnie, chłopie. Zostaw mnie, jak chcesz żyć. Ole, bomba, wow. Nadradziona jest. Halo, kobito. Zapukaj. To jest jej dom? Nie, chyba. Czy tak? Aha, nie, muszę już poszukać jej, ale muszę najpierw ich zgubić, dobra. Tam następni są. Mam radość. Nie, tu jest.
There's Modern up ahead.
Siema. Laska, pomóż. Pomóż mi, a nie się chowasz. To ja się schowam, czekaj. O, tu mnie nie znajdą. Brać kaptur? No i co? Tu nie ma nikogo. O co wam się rozchodzi? No siema, no weź. No pa, wstydzi się mnie. Dobra. Pomóż.
Hello again.
Mother, it's the friend of the mangled leg man.
Eivor, you remember?
Indeed. It's a surprise to see you. Is everything quite all right?
Nie bardzo.
Do you recognize the contents of this pouch?
A very unusual blend. There is a druid who uses this mix to aid sleep.
A monk called Gwillem poured some of it into my drink last night. The effects were intense.
Search the houses! Can't have gotten far!
Damn Christ, sons, what is it they want now? They make this place unlivable for pagans.
Mother, if the stranger wants more of the herbs, they can talk to the druid Halewin.
Yes. Halewin's cabin is on a lake, near where the Cherwell and Great Ouse rivers meet. But he is a strange fish. Rarely does he speak to mortals, preferring the company of spirits. Now, I've business at Rollindrich. Find me there later.
Okej, spoko. Dobra, tu się na razie skitramy. Ale co to w ogóle za akcja tu krzywa? Odcinek jest dość długi, dlatego kończymy już, ale część dalszą zobaczymy w następnym odcinku, także dzięki wielkie za uwagę, tymczasem trzymajcie się, cześć.
Now go, Eivor. Claim your place in Valhalla.